existence is a cauldron of pressure, and that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium, as we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Mississippi State about to put it away as we start the festivities. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tigers offense will take the field first. We've got a battle that you two are going to love, and so is everybody else for that matter. High-octane offense, stonewall defense. As they say, something's got to give, Jesse.
Yeah, this is a classic example here of the unstoppable force versus the immovable object, right? Something has got to give, and you really got to dive into the X's and O's in a game like this because every single individual matchup on the field matters when these two teams play each other.
Yeah, and these are just fun, right? Like great versus great. Like who's going to win and which style's going to prevail. Both these teams have been able to impose their will.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And I think this offense was looking for a reason to ignite the home crowd, coming out on first down, throwing the football, but the defense was ready. Nice job getting to the quarterback, making a big sack on the first play of the game.
Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's brought down, a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Mississippi State. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
Looking to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
To the air on second down. They go to the wide receiver screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, it's Dishman. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's got an open man. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. The Tigers are rolling down the field. To the air on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Dishman. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Second down, they'll go to the air. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Gonna look downfield again. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Dishman. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. And the Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is good. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. He gets a block. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Leaves it with the running back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a 1st down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the chains.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking to fire. Got a man in the middle. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Wants to fire on second down. Here's a heat. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
Oh, he wants it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Makes the catch.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
And the Bulldogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. It's complete. They'll stop him at the 22 after a 5-yard pickup.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Looking downfield on first down. They're working that left side. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on second down. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Single back formation, and they give it to him. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down, first down, first down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Bulldogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They're going back to the ground. And they're finally able to get him on the ground at the 1. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Here comes the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
So here comes the Auburn offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Motion from the wideout. Off the boot, looking for his man. Running to Green. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Tigers are in the hurry-up. Second down, he'll throw it. With the catch, it's Dishman. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go faster, seeing it here.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. They'll run this play from the pistol. The give to the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Off play action. Grab near the sticks. It's Connors. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Pulls it in. It's Dishman. And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Now from inside the red zone. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cameron. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Auburn! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Ready to try the point after.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here now.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for...
Turning it on! Quick step and go! Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Wants to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone, because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They're looking for an advantage to the right. He's in open space downfield. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, he gets north fast.
Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Boyd. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Punt is on its way. Secures it at the 30. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to set up the screen. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Trying to bully their way in. Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmaker.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Got his man to the left, and they're able to get him down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Pat Dye Field in Jordan-Hare.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was
Oh, he's got some space. Past the 30. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football off and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to have an offense with a playmaker like that.
Fires on the move. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And the pummeling has started. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Arizona State is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Sun Devil Stadium, but despite the forks up right now, this one is tight. They're up by 7 over Texas Tech. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Dishman. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Complete with conviction on the crosser. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers and the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28.
We know this defense loves to play a lot of zone coverage, so you're seeing this offense now attacking that. They're letting the receivers find the soft spots in the zones so they can advance the football.
To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to keep it in the air. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man, or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. It's complete to the left. Good throwing catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Auburn comes to the line with a first and goal. They want to throw it. Big fella moving. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throwing catch.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pressure coming. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got third.
Marches ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Caught in the backfield. It's Key. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the two-point conversion. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Gets it out quickly. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go.
There he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the beatdown has ensued.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle, and with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in this last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a gap. It's Key. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Gonna sling it on second down. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Got his man on the outside. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Oh, it's off the side of his foot. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Handoff to the single back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Ready to fire from the pistol. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Moves around to clear up the vision. Finds a man on the right. And tackled there by the defense. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work in the final period of this one. The give on the counter. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So here comes the Auburn offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Oh, they're after him. He'll try to do it himself. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Dishman. Turning it on. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Here comes the heat. Pulls it in. It's Key. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Rides the back on the option, the give. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Right back to the well. He breaks a tackle. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line's going to have to play a lot better here.
And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. From the red zone, looking for a space. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure.
Intercepted for the 11th time. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
The Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the single back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start. And I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. They've already put 1 field goal on the board. This one will need to be well struck from 44 yards out. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. They've already put 1 field goal on the board. This one will need to be well struck from 44 yards out. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that will extend their lead even further.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Nice move to keep running. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. I'll admit, I wondered if they were just lining up to try to draw them offside.
Me too. Whenever you line up in your own territory, you're thinking, oh, they're just going to draw me offside. A lot of times, by the way, it gets the defense to kind of relax for a second.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Defense gets the timeout called. 20 seconds left on the clock. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. The play action fake. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. When you know you have a team outclassed, The ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute?